We also talked about famous lookalikes, people who look like other people. We talked about Danny Lopez. And of course, Danny looks a lot like Johnny Depp. So, and he works as, he works as an actor, and he also makes appearances like Johnny Depp at public parties, public events, private parties. So we read about Danny Lopez. And after that, we talked a little bit about the present perfect, and we discussed one of the differences, or one of the main differences between the present perfect and the past simple, which is the present perfect usually talks about something that happened before now, but we usually don't say when. We don't give details. This is very important with the present perfect. So if you want to talk about something that happened in the past without giving a lot of details, we should use the present perfect. This is the idea. The past simple is kind of the opposite, because with the past simple, we give specific details. So we say exactly when something happened, we talk about it, we give details. Walaikum salam. Hello, Najat. How are you today? So we covered this in our last lesson, of course. And we also talked about the positive and the negative of present perfect and how to make it. We talked about never, how to use never. We agreed that never is one of the time phrases or the words which is used with the present perfect, and also the present simple. You can use it for present simple and for the present perfect, both of them, but you can't use never with the past simple. So it's very important to know how to use these words. So we talked about that, and we also did this exercise, the one about Susie Kennedy. And of course, Susie Kennedy is a famous Marilyn Monroe lookalike. She's also worked in a lot of movies about Marilyn, and she could sing like Marilyn and dance like Marilyn Monroe. So this is Susie Kennedy. So we talked about this. Now, okay, now I want you to think of maybe 3 sentences which are true and 3 sentences which are false. Now, these have to be using the present perfect, of course, and we will try to guess if these sentences are true or if they're false. So for example, like the first sentence, I've been to the USA twice. So maybe, for example, I can say, I've driven a Formula One car. So this is an experience, which of course is not true. So it depends on what kind of experience you want to talk about. But the whole idea is that one of them has to be true and the other has to be false, okay? So let's do, okay, Rashid, would you like to give us some examples using the present perfect? And I want you to talk about life experiences. So things that you've tried in your life, maybe like visit different countries, or maybe you've met people, or maybe you've done something. So I'd like you to give me 2 sentences which are true, something that you've actually done or experienced, and 2 sentences which are false. Would you like to try?
Okay, 1 minute.
You want to think of some examples?
Yes.
Okay, you can think of some examples, and let's find someone else to do them while you're thinking. Okay, Najat, would you like to tell us 2 examples which are true, life experiences which are true, and maybe 2 which are not true, 2 life experiences which are false? If you're awake, of course. Okay, she's not awake. Let's see, maybe Samiha, would you like to try that? Tell us 2 experiences which are true and 2 experiences which are false. And I'll also give some examples, and I want you to tell me which ones are true and which ones are false. So okay. Okay, what else? Sorry, this is not true. I mean, there's a mistake. Okay. Okay, so these are 4 sentences about life experiences. Which ones do you think are true and which ones are false? Who can guess?
For you,
Yeah, for me. These are for me.
I think
I think number 1 false.
Okay. What about 2? What do you think of number 2?
it's true.
Okay, you think it's true. And number false. You think you think it's false. And what about number 3?
It's true.
True.
Okay, and the last one?
Also true.
True.
Okay. Okay, so actually, the first one is true. I've never been to Switzerland. I mean, I've been once, but only transit, but I've never been 5 times. I haven't been 5 times. Okay, I've never been to Berlin. This is true. I haven't visited Germany. I've driven a BMW. This is false. I haven't driven a BMW. Maybe in the future. I've never learned Spanish. This is false. I've learned Spanish. So all of your answers, I think, are wrong, except the first one. Most of you said it was. Sorry, no, the first one is false, not true. Sorry, I haven't been.
So it's 3 false.
Yeah, it's 3 false. So it's a bit of a trick question. it should be 2. I know, but okay. Now let's think of someone. Okay, Samiha, do you have examples?
Okay.
If you still need time to think, it's okay.
Okay, no problem. Just 2 sentences.
All right. Okay.
I have eaten sushi twice.
Okay. You've eaten sushi twice.
Yes. I have met. I have never met a famous actor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And these are your only 2 sentences.
Yes.
Okay. Can you think of 2 others? One true, one false. Another true, false. Okay, and I'm going to I'll write your sentences. So the first one, You said, I've eaten sushi twice. And then you said, I've never met famous actor. Okay, can you think of two others?
I've never driven a motorbike.
Okay, I think it's ridden because ride. I've never ridden. I've never ridden.
Okay.
Motorbike. Okay, and the last example.
I have written a song.
I've written. I've written. What kind of song? What kind of music?
Classic music.
Classical. Maybe a rap song. Let's say a rap song.
Maybe, yes.
Okay. Let's guess which ones are true and which ones are false. What do you think, Selma and Rashid?
Number one true,
Okay, you think number one is true.
and the
Number one
second
true.
and the second false.
The second, you think it's false. You think
Yeah.
you think she met someone famous.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the third one?
True.
The third is true.
True. Yeah.
And the last one
False.
is false. Why not? Maybe she has.
No.
No. Okay. So, tell us, Samiha, about our guesses. Are they right? Did we guess correctly? Or do we have mistakes? Can you hear us, Samiha?
Yes.
Yeah. What about our guesses? Are they right?
No, wrong.
They're wrong.
All of them are wrong.
You
Opposite.
did.
What's right is wrong. What's
Okay. Which one is
yes,
right and which one's wrong?
I've never eaten sushi.
Wa alaikum salam. Hello, Noha.
How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Fine,
We're fine, thanks. How about you?
fine, thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
No problem. So, Samiha, you've never eaten sushi.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is false. And what about the second one?
Yes, I have met a famous actor.
You have? Which actor?
Yes.
Who?
Arabic actor.
What's?
Sulaiman Sulaiman.
Is he Egyptian? From
No,
Egypt?
Syrian.
Syrian. Okay,
No.
okay. Okay, and the motorbike?
And I've never. Yes, that's this is true. I've never ridden a motorbike.
Okay, and the rap song, is it true? I mean,
Yes,
our
not
guess.
rap song, but yes, but not rap. Something I don't know what's it.
You mean you did write a song?
Yes,
You did.
it's true, but not rap song. Not rap song.
Not rap. What kind of song? What kind of
Okay.
music is it? Classical?
I don't know. Maybe
Arabic?
classic.
Is it
No,
Arabic?
English.
Did you only write the words, the lyrics, or also the music?
Yes, I tried to make a music with it, but it failed, of course.
Okay.
It was very bad.
It was very bad. Was it a love song?
No, not love song, about hard work and my life and what's happened.
So it was a sad song.
Yes.
Okay. You have to play it for us next time. We need to listen to it.
Inshallah.
Okay. All right, so these are great examples. Let's see someone else. Rashid, okay, tell us about your sentences. But just a second, let me close the door. It's a little noisy. Okay, Rashid. So do you have your examples ready? Your sentences?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear them. So you can start.
I've been to Germany twice.
Okay. Mhm. Okay.
I met a famous actor.
Met. Okay.
I've driven a Ferrari.
Okay. And can you think of a fourth example? Maybe you can say, I've been married 3 times. It means married and divorced, and maybe married again and divorced and maybe married again.
Yes.
No, I'm just joking. You have to choose the example. I think it has to be a little bit realistic to make it hard to guess. Because the one about you being divorced 3 times, it's easy to guess. Everybody will say true. It's easy to guess.
I've been to Philippines.
Okay. I've been to the Philippines. With an R. I think it's like this, but I want to check the spelling. Okay. Let me just check the spelling of Philippines. I have a mistake. Philippines. Okay, let's guess. Let's make some guesses. So what do you think? Let's see the other ones. Samiha and Salma, what do you think?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Khulud, hi. Can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay.
I have tried to log in, but there was a problem in the internet.
All right, no problem. Okay. All right, let's check. Okay, now the spelling is correct. 1 L and double P. All right, so you can see this exercise, Khulud. What we're trying to do is we're trying to talk about our life experience using the present perfect, but your classmates are trying to write, not trying, they actually wrote 2 sentences which are true and 2 sentences which are false. And we need to guess which ones are true and which ones are false.
Okay.
So here Rashid said he's been to Germany twice. Do you think this is true? Do you think he's been to Germany twice?
I
I think false.
think it's false.
Okay, so Salma thinks it's false. Khulud thinks it's false.
It's true.
Okay, Samiha thinks it's true. So we have different answers. Okay. What do you think, Nah? True or false?
I think false.
Okay, false. So we have more false than true. Okay, I've met a famous actor.
It's true.
False.
Also false. Okay.
I think true.
You think it's
Think
true?
Yes.
Okay. And then he said, I've driven a Ferrari.
It's false.
It's false.
False.
And he's been to the Philippines. Do you think this is false or true?
Maybe false.
Maybe false. Selma thinks it's false. Any other guesses?
True.
Who thinks it's true?
Khulud.
Khulud, do you think it's true? Maybe he's been to the Philippines?
Maybe.
Okay. All right, so tell us, how many guesses are right and which of our guesses were incorrect? Rashid.
Number 1 and number 2 true.
So you've been to Germany twice and you've met a famous actor.
Yeah.
Who's the famous actor you met?
أصيل بحير.
Who?
أصيل بحير.
Is he the Libyan actor?
Yes.
Okay. Is he famous? Or not really famous?
No, I'm just joking.
You're joking, okay. And so the Ferrari in Philippines are false. You've never driven a Ferrari and you've never been to the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's see someone else. Okay, Khulud, would you like to give us 4 sentences? Two of them are true, but 2 of them are false. But don't tell us, of course, which one is true and false. So we have to guess, okay?
Okay.
And
can
remember, they're in the present perfect, so they should talk about life experiences, something you've experienced in your life. So this is the idea. So they should be in the present perfect, and they should discuss life experiences. This is the point of the question.
Okay. Can I take just 5 minutes?
Okay, 5 is a lot, but you can take a few minutes to think of them.
Okay. Okay then.
And we can check with Noha. Noha, would you like to share with us 4 sentences? 2 of them are true, 2 are false, but don't tell us which is which.
Okay. I have met a very famous actor.
Okay, so.
And I have been to Egypt twice.
Okay.
And I have never drive a car.
Okay. Driven. Because the past participle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have been to eat. Wait.
Do you want to say countries?
I've been because I'm not prepared 3 or 4. I've been to eat Egyptian food or something like.
You don't have to use been. You can use any other verb. You can use played, for example. You can say I've played tennis, or you can say I've studied French, or you can say I've graduated from medicine, or I've graduated from law or engineering. You can use any verb you want, especially if it discusses life experience.
Okay. I have been. I have still you speak. I have play football.
Okay. So you can say I've played, maybe you can say I've played football with Barcelona, maybe something like that.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. So let's guess which of these are true and which of
I
these
think
are
it's clear.
1 and 2 are true.
1 and 2 are true. And
Yes.
and 3 and 4?
I don't know about 3, but 4, of course.
Of course not.
Of course not.
But maybe Barcelona has a women's team. Do they have a women's team, Barcelona?
But not Noha.
No. Okay. So they don't think you've played football before in a club. So I've never driven a car. Okay. So tell us, Noha. So Samiha made her. Well, okay, Rashid, first of all, what do you think of Noha's sentences? Which ones do you think are true and which do you think are false? Or do you agree with Samiha? Do you think these are the right answers?
I agree.
Okay, okay. So you can tell us now, which are our guesses, are they correct? Did we guess
No.
correctly?
I'm not with a very famous actor.
Okay. So you've never met a famous actor?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About Egypt, yes, true.
Okay.
And drive car, yeah. No, it is wrong. I'm drive car.
You've never driven a car?
No, I'm driven.
Ah, okay. But so this means our answer is correct because we said this is false.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
And play football, but not with Barcelona. With the team of school.
With the school team.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So maybe if we change Barcelona, we change it with the school team, then it's true, right?
yeah.
Did you have like a women's football team, or did you play with the boys when you were younger in school?
Mix, yes, was younger.
Ah, yes, that's nice. Okay, so let's write that. So with the school team, with the school team, and this was true. Were you a good football player?
In the past, but now I think no.
Ah, nice.
Assalamu
Okay.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Hi, Suhaib.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Good, good. All right, Khulud, are your sentences ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have never written a poem.
You've never written a poem. Okay, so I've never written a poem. Okay.
I have been to Canada.
Okay, I've been to Canada. All right.
I've never eaten cheese.
You've never eaten cheese. Okay.
I have driven a car twice.
You've driven a car twice.
Twice, yes.
Okay. So I've driven a car twice. Interesting examples. Okay, let's see your guesses. What do you think? Which of these do you think are true and which do you think are false? First of all, Khulud, can you explain what a poem is in English? What is a poem?
It's simple word in English. I can't in English.
You can't explain it in English?
It comes with rhythm or rhyme.
It comes with rhythm and rhyme. Do you know a poem in English?
It's kind of poetry.
It's a kind of poetry, okay? I don't think they know what poetry is. Does anybody know what poems and poetry is? Maybe Samiha or I don't know, Rashid, anybody? Maybe Suhaib knows. Do you know what a poem is, Suhaib?
Poem, it's words in the same level in the sound.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they are words which have the same sound, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in Arabic, what is it, Suhaib? Can you say it in Arabic?
قصيدة.
قصيدة.
Yes. Okay. So good. Qasida. So you know what it is. So Noha knows it and Suhaib knows it.
But I don't understand how to explain in English.
Yeah, it's a little hard to explain it in English, but I think Suhaib did it
so
nicely.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, he said it's like writing with the same sound, or the words have the same. Okay. So now we know that poem means qasida. So let's try to guess which of these are true and which are false.
Number 1 false.
Number 1 false.
I think true.
Rashid
False.
thinks it's true, and
I
Selma thinks it's false. Selma thinks it's true. I mean,
I think true.
also Noha thinks it's true.
I think it's false.
You think it's false? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's true.
Okay. You think it's true? She's never written a
Yes.
poem. Okay. I've been to Canada.
True.
True. You think it's true?
It's false.
It's false. Okay. 2 false.
True.
True. Selma thinks it's true.
False.
Do you
Okay.
check as a grammar or?
Sorry? No, not grammar. No. It's whether this is true about her life or not about
Yes,
grammar.
yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I've never eaten cheese. What do you think? Who thinks this is true?
Maybe true.
True.
No.
Because I know people not eat cheese.
True?
True.
Yes.
False.
True.
Who thinks it's true?
Me.
Suhaib and Noha think it's true. So
I think false.
you think false. So only Noha thinks it's true. Everyone else thinks it's false.
Also me.
You also think it's true? You think she's never eaten cheese? Rashid?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 who think it's true and everyone else thinks it's false. Okay, and last one, I've driven a car twice. What do you think? Who thinks this is true? Who thinks it's
True.
false? Okay, Suhaib thinks it's true. Rashid, true. Any other
I
one?
think true.
True.
Selma, also true. Not true. What do you think, Samih? Do you think it's true that she's only driven a car twice? Or do you think maybe this is false? Okay, so you can tell us, Khulud, which of these are true and which of them are false?
First one is true.
You've never written a poem?
No. First one is wrong. Okay.
You have written a poem before?
Yes.
Okay, so this one is false. And you've been to Canada, is this true?
Not false.
It's false? You've never been to Canada, okay.
Yes.
And the one about cheese,
Yes.
is it true or false?
True.
You've never eaten cheese?
Yes.
Any type of cheese?
No.
Maybe when you were a baby, you can't remember.
No. From my childhood.
But I mean, there's a part of childhood you can't remember, right?
Yeah, but my mother told me that.
Does your mother like cheese?
She liked it.
Okay, strange. All right, so you've never eaten cheese. Okay, and you've driven a car twice. Is this true?
Yes, it's true.
Interesting. Okay, so I think most of your classmates, they guessed the last one correctly. They guessed it correctly. But the one about cheese is very hard to guess correctly, I think. No, but Noha was right. She said it's true. Okay. All right, so you get the idea here that with life experiences, the best way to talk about life experiences is the present perfect, right? Because the good thing about present perfect, it doesn't give a lot of details. It doesn't say when, it doesn't say where, it doesn't say how. It just shows if you've done this or not, if you've tried it or not. You get the idea? So whenever you want to talk about something in your life, a life experience, always use the present perfect. It's very, very useful. Okay, so in today's lesson, we will continue talking about the present perfect. So our next topic, this one, we will also talk about the present perfect. But first of all, let's do a little bit of vocabulary. So we're going to talk about music. Okay, so here in this box, we have different types of music. So I'm going to read the different types of music for you. And I want to, after that, I'm going to play a track so you can hear these different types of music and you can tell, maybe you can try to guess which is which, okay? So the first one is jazz, classical music, blues, rock music, hip hop, R&B, pop music, rock and roll, dance music, traditional folk music, reggae, and opera. So let me play the track for you. So here it is. So CD1, track 42. And let me explain the exercise. So let me tell you what we need to do now. Okay, so the idea of this exercise is we are going to hear all these kinds of music, okay? We're gonna hear all of them now. But the idea is you have to say the correct order. So for example, number 2, you have to match it. Maybe number 2 is blues. Maybe number 2 is hip hop. Maybe it's jazz. Do you get the idea? Yes. So this means we will hear all of these. All you have to do is write the number in front of the type of music, okay? We will listen twice. So if you have a piece of paper, maybe this is useful. So you can just write maybe classical music 2, blues 1, maybe, you know, a pen and paper will help. And then after that, we will listen again. So is everyone ready? Are you ready to listen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Let's start. Of course, number 1 is already answered. So the first one that we'll hear, the first kind of music or the first type of music is called R&B. Of course, R&B, this is short for, who knows what this is short for? This is
Combination, I think, between rhythm and blues.
excellent. Very good, Samiha. Yes, rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blues, yes. This is R&B. Yeah. Okay, so let's listen. We will see what R&B is. Okay, sorry, let me share the sound. Okay, now let's listen.
Track 42.
I'll change. Honey, I'm sorry and I won't do that again. But I don't care. Should be clear now, baby, you're not being fair.
Yo, I love my city, especially nighttime, neon lights so pretty. Come and get your fame and fortune where you fit in. My fitted cap cocked to the side, I mean business.
Bellezza in fiora, e là fuggivol ora si nebria voluta.
Okay. Was it easy or is it hard to say which type?
Just opera.
Just opera.
I think
reggae.
Bob and rock and roll clear, dance music clear, opera.
Okay,
but another is
reggae,
different.
it's clear.
Reggae is clear also.
I think
Oh,
jazz
well,
also clear.
Jazz, classical,
Pop,
Yes.
dancing music also clear.
dance music,
Opera.
opera. Okay, so let's see the numbers you have, and after that we can confirm them. We can listen again to confirm. Okay, so of course the first one is R&B. What's the second music you heard?
رقي.
Reggae? Was it reggae? The second one?
I'm not answering
Yes.
you because I'm
think.
not knowing.
You think it's reggae?
Yes.
Okay, let's put number 2. And number 3? What's the third one you heard? The third type of music. Nobody can remember?
I think
I
jazz.
think,
You think jazz?
Yeah.
Okay, number 4,
Hip hop.
hip
pop.
hop.
I think it's pop.
You think it's pop,
روك.
rock?
روك اند رول.
Rock? Or what's the difference between rock and roll?
I don't know, just guessed.
روك اند رول.
Okay, so
Music and song.
nobody's really sure. Okay, I have a better idea. Let's play it again, but this time I'm going to stop after each one. Okay?
Yes, better.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it. So let's listen one last time.
Track 42.
I'll change. Honey, I'm sorry and I won't do that again. But I don't care. Should be clear now, baby, you're not being fair.
Okay, now. Okay, what was that? What kind of music was that?
Maybe rock.
رقي.
Reggae.
Reggae,
Yeah, this is reggae.
Yes, because I
Okay.
think you will not answer.
Yeah, and also reggae, is it popular in Libya? Reggae?
Very popular.
I think it's popular. Many people like reggae in Libya, yeah. Okay, so let's listen to number 3 now. Okay, what's this?
I'm confused about in between traditional folk
Blues.
music or jazz.
Blues, I think.
Blues.
maybe, yes.
Blues is
Oh
correct.
boy.
No, actually, this is blues.
Blues, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, blues. It's very popular with black people in America.
People in America, yes.
This because they are the ones who started it, invented it. It's their music. Okay, blues. Now let's listen to number 4.
Boy, I don't know who you are. I don't even know your name. But since I lay
What's this?
Pop music.
Pop.
أوبرا.
No, this is pop. Pop music.
Pop music.
Pop music like, you know, Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez, these kind of singers. This is pop music. Okay, now number 5, let's listen. This is easy, I think.
Jazz.
Rock.
Or
Rock.
rock and roll.
Pop.
Music. Rock music.
Rock. This is rock.
Yes.
This is rock music. Okay, let's listen to number 6. What's that?
Dance music.
Classical.
Dance music.
Classical music.
This is jazz.
Jazz.
Jazz. So jazz, yes. Okay, let's listen to number 7. What's this?
Dance music.
Dance music.
Dance
No,
music.
rock and roll.
No, this is not rock and roll. This is dance. Dance music. Rock and roll is very, very old. It's, you know, Elvis Presley, and nobody listens to rock and roll now. Okay, number 8.
Yo, I love my city, especially nighttime, neon lights so pretty. Come and get your fame and fortune where you fit in. My fitted cap cocked to the side, I mean business.
Okay, what's this?
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yes, this is hip hop. Okay, now let's listen to number 9.
Opera.
Yes, opera. So number 9 is opera. This is opera music. Okay, let's listen to number 10.
Traditional.
Rock and roll.
Traditional.
This is rock and roll.
Mm.
This is rock and roll. Okay, and the last one is, of course, we still have 2.
2.
Mhm.
Traditional.
I think this is
Traditional.
dancing music.
Classic music.
This is classical music.
Yes, but when I have this first time, I think this is dancing music, like a princess. I don't know.
Yeah, the classical music is like that. It's, you know, Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, you know, these people, Bach, these are classical musicians.
Yeah.
And they're very, very old, you know, from 1700, 1600, 1800. So this is called classical music. Okay, and the last one, this means, is the traditional folk music. Okay, so this is traditional folk music. What does it mean, folk music, when we say traditional folk music? Because this is different from one country to another. Every country has its own folk music.
Folklore, I think.
Yes, folk music هي أصلا جاية من كلمة فولكلور بالضبط. هي متعلقة من جاية من كلمة فولكلور اللي هي الموسيقى الشعبية لكل دولة لكل بلاد. Okay, this is called traditional folk music. But the one we heard, this is of course traditional folk music of America, I think, mainly America. But traditional folk music of Libya is different, of course. It's not the same.
I think it's traditional for UK because Cambridge.
Yes, the book is
Cambridge.
The book is Cambridge. Yeah, it's English. The book is English, but this style of traditional folk music It's American. It's not British. British is a bit different. Okay, so these types of music, which ones do you like and which ones don't you like? What about you, Noah? Which of these did you like and which of them you didn't like very much?
I don't like rock and roll and hip hop because more noisy.
Mm-hmm.
I like opera and maybe reggae.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Do you have
Maybe also jazz?
Jazz is nice too, right? But do you have a favorite band or a singer now?
No, I'm just listening for new songs when see any note by my friend on Facebook or something like this, listening them just 1 or 2 times. I'm not very interesting for the music.
I see, I see. Okay, let's see, Khulud here. Which types did you like, Khulud?
I like opera and reggae.
Okay. Just opera and reggae?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like.
You don't like?
I don't like blues and hip hop.
You don't like blues and hip hop? Okay. Is there a band you like? Is there a specific type of music you like?
Yes.
Okay, who's your favorite singer or who's your favorite band?
No, I don't have a favorite
you
singer,
don't.
but I like what I listen it.
Mm-hmm. So you mean if you play it and you enjoy it, no problem, anytime.
Yes.
I see. Okay, okay. Let's see. Anyone who's interested in music or likes music here? Maybe Samiha or Rashid? Or maybe also Suhaib we have.
No, I don't have these.
Okay, so you're not very interested in music. Selma, what about you? Which of these did you like and which of them you didn't like very much?
I don't like pop music and rock music, but I like maybe opera and
What about dance music? Did you like dance music?
not a lot.
Not a lot. Do you have a favorite singer or a band?
No, I don't.
Okay. Has anybody been to a concert before? Do you know what this word means? Gig or concert? Do you know what this means? A gig or a concert?
Concert.
Yeah.
حفلة.
What's the difference between a concert and a party? Is it the same word or not the same word?
No, not the same.
Okay, can you tell me the difference?
How to explain? Party like your friends and your family, but concert from everywhere. Anybody can come in. By money, not anyone can.
So
can
it's
watch
not free.
Yes, not free.
Okay.
And concert also for famous like actor or famous singer or like something like this.
Correct.
But party is private, like your friends or your family.
You're right. That's correct. That's exactly right. Yes. So so the difference between a party and a concert, just like you said, A party is usually something private by invitation, right? Maybe your friend, maybe a family member. It's usually private, just like you said, and it's usually free. But with concerts, sometimes it's a famous singer, maybe it's a famous band, a rock band, or any kind of band, and you have to buy tickets, right? If you want to attend. But here, has anybody been to a concert before in this group? Who has been to a concert or a gig before? Anybody? No?
No.
No, okay. So here we're gonna talk a little bit about concerts.
I've been concerned for. I have been never.
You've
concerned
never
for,
been. You've
yeah.
never been to a concert before, never.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here in the listening part, we want to hear a few people talking about their musical experience. Okay, because some of them have been to concerts before, so they will talk about these concerts. Now, if you check here, it says which is a jazz concert. We have to look at the photos, of course. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the photos. So we have a jazz concert, a club, and a musical festival. Let me show you the photos first. Okay, so this is photo 1. Can everybody see photo 1? Here, can you see it? Number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let me show you photo 2 and 3. Can you see photo number 2? Here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And can you
Yes.
see number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want you to guess which of these photos, which one is a jazz concert, which photo is a club, and which photo is a music festival? What do you think?
One, I think, club.
Okay, so number 1, you think it's a club. Okay. What about 2 and 3? What do you think?
2,
I
jazz concert.
A jazz concert, number 2. And number 3?
Musical festival.
A musical festival?
Yeah.
Who agrees? Who agrees with
I think
Naha?
concert.
No, I think second is
It's
classic music.
The last one, I think concert.
The last one is the jazz concert. Do you think this is the jazz concert?
Yes.
And you think this is and number 2 is the music festival?
Yes.
And number 1 is the club. Is this what you think, Suhaib?
Number 1, I don't know it.
Okay, because these are we have only 3 options. Let me show you the options. The first option is jazz concert. Okay, Khulud, you're breathing too closely into the microphone. Khulud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're breathing into the microphone.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
it's okay. All right. So let me show you the options. So the first option is jazz concert. Second option, a club. And the third option, music festival. These are the only 3 options. We want to match these 3 options. We want to match them to the photos. According to Naha, she said the first one is a club. The second one is the jazz concert. The third one is the music festival. But Suhaib thinks maybe the opposite. Maybe this is number 3 is the jazz concert, and maybe number 2 is the music festival. I want to see what do you think, Salma? What do you think about number 1? What is it? Is it a club? Is it a jazz concert, or is it a music festival? What do you think, Salma? Where's Selma? Ah, here she is. And also Khulud, what do you think? Which one do you think is a club? Which one is?
I agree with Suhail.
You think number 2 is a music festival, and number 3 is a
Yes.
jazz concert?
Yeah.
Rashid, what do you think? Which
Number
one?
2, jazz.
Okay. And number 3? الخيار الثاني اللي هو music festival.
Yes, music festival.
Okay. Actually, Noha and Rashid are right. Number 1 is the club. This is the club. Number 2, this is the jazz concert, because this is jazz music. Number 2 is jazz music. And number 3, this is the music festival. Okay. So these are the 3 photos. Now, it says here, which would you like to go to? So, Rashid, which one would you like to go to? Would you like to go to the club or to a jazz concert, like number 2, or to the music festival? Which one do you think is the most interesting, in your opinion?
Jazz.
The jazz concert, do you think it's fun?
No, it's nice to listen.
Yeah, me too. I like jazz. I think it's fun. It's nice. Okay. But why do you prefer the jazz concert? What do you like about it? What do you think, Rash?
I don't know.
Do you think maybe it's do you think it's noisier or quieter than the club or the music festival?
Quieter.
Quieter. Okay. Do you prefer slower and quieter music?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see other opinions. Does anybody have an opposite opinion? Does anybody would like to go maybe to the music festival or maybe to the club? What about you?
Jazz, I think jazz better because not noisy. No, I think people, it is regular sitting in a chair and not like festival, much people from anywhere coming, and also in the club, not regular and more maybe noisy.
Okay, good point. Yeah, maybe with a jazz concert, the people are maybe a little older, quieter, sitting in chairs, maybe more polite, right? It's a good point. Selma, what do you think? Which one would you prefer? Would you like the jazz concert, the music festival, or the club? Which one do you think is more fun, or which one do you think has better music? The club, you think it has better music?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So these are the 3 different places we have. Now we're going to listen to Alan and Lucy. So Alan and Lucy are going to talk about their musical experiences. Okay. So we want to listen to them and we want to find out a little more about it. So, okay. Let me play it for you. So I want you to listen to just a second. Okay, sorry, just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so I think we can listen now. Can you hear the track? Can you hear the CD?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, sorry. I think there's a problem. Let's try again. Okay. Can you hear it now?
Have you ever been to a music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have. I've been to lots, actually. The last one I went to was in Denmark.
Oh, right. Who did you see there?
I saw REM and the Black Eyed Peas. They were brilliant. Have you ever seen them live?
No.
Sorry?
Can repeat it?
Yeah, let's repeat it. Okay. Okay, now let me show you the question we're listening to. We're doing part B now, number 2B. So we want to listen to two people talking. So Alan and Lucy are talking, okay? And they will talk about their musical experiences. And we want to find out what music Alan likes and what music Lucy likes. Okay? So this is the question. So let's listen.
Track 43. Have you ever been to a music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have. I've been to lots, actually. The last one I went to was in Denmark.
Oh, right. Who did you see there?
I saw REM and the Black Eyed Peas. They were brilliant. Have you ever seen them live?
No, I haven't. I don't really like rock or hip-hop, actually. I prefer classical music or jazz.
I like some classical music. I occasionally listen to Mozart when I'm at home on my own, but most of the time I listen to rock, hip-hop and dance music.
Right.
And what about you? Have you been to a music festival?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And have you ever been clubbing?
No, never. I don't really like dance music or anything like that.
Oh, but listening to dance music in a club is a fantastic experience. You don't know what you're missing. We should go together sometime.
Yes, maybe. And how about jazz? Have you ever been to a jazz concert?
Yes, I've been to one or two.
Oh, I've been to hundreds. Live jazz is just amazing. Have you ever heard of Miles Davis?
No, I haven't. Who's he?
Seriously? You've never heard of him? He was a brilliant jazz musician. You obviously don't know anything about real music. Right, your musical education starts with Miles Davis.
And yours starts with, Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy who?
Fatboy Slim. He's one of the most famous DJs in the world. Don't you know anything?
Okay.
Like me.
You like Fatboy Slim?
No,
You don't know anything?
I talk about Alan.
Okay. All right, so let's answer the first part of the question. So which music does Alan like, and which music does what's her name, Lucy like?
Lucy like music, lot of music festivals and like clubbing.
Classical music.
Classical, yes. But Alan
And
like
hip-hop.
jazz.
Clubbing.
Like jazz.
Okay.
And dance music.
You mean Lucy? She likes dance. She likes classical music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else does she like?
She don't
And
know.
rock.
And
She don't know about jazz music.
but she doesn't know anything about jazz.
Yes.
And what about Alan?
He like jazz music.
He likes jazz.
Yeah.
And what else?
I think that's
Just jazz?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, I want you to try to answer part 3. I want you to fill in the gaps using Alan or Lucy. You can just guess if you're not sure. If you're not sure, you can only guess, no problem. Now, we're gonna listen again, of course, but I want you to guess first. So, who has been to lots of musical festivals? Who?
Lucy.
Okay, Lucy. And who hasn't seen the Black Eyed Peas live?
Alan.
Alan hasn't seen them. Okay, who has never been clubbing?
Alan.
Alan, okay.
Alan.
And who has been to hundreds of jazz concerts?
Alan. Alan.
Alan, all right. And who has never heard of Miles Davis?
Lucy.
Lucy.
Lucy. What about number 6? Who hasn't heard of Fatboy Slim?
Alan.
Alan.
No, okay. Now let's listen one last time and let's confirm your answers. Let's see if all of them are right or not.
Track 43.
Have you ever been to a music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have. I've been to lots, actually. The last one I went to was in Denmark.
Oh, right. Who did you see there?
I saw REM and the Black Eyed Peas. They were brilliant. Have you ever seen them live?
No, I haven't. I don't really like rock or hip-hop, actually. I prefer classical music or jazz.
I like some classical music. I occasionally listen to Mozart when I'm at home on my own, but most of the time I listen to rock, hip-hop and dance music.
Right.
And what about you? Have you been to a music festival?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And have you ever been clubbing?
No, never. I don't really like dance music or anything like that.
Oh, but listening to dance music in a club is a fantastic experience. You don't know what you're missing. We should go together sometime.
Yes, maybe. And how about jazz? Have you ever been to a jazz concert?
Yes, I've been to 1 or 2.
Oh, I've been to hundreds. Live jazz is just amazing. Have you ever heard of Miles Davis?
No, I haven't. Who's he?
Seriously? You've never heard of him? He was a brilliant jazz musician. You obviously don't know anything about real music. Right, your musical education starts with Miles Davis.
And yours starts with, Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy who?
Fatboy Slim. He's one of the most famous DJs in the world. Don't you know anything?
Okay, so this means your answers are correct, right? Your answers are correct. So, Lucy has been to lots of music festivals. Alan hasn't seen the Black Eyed Peas live. He's never been clubbing. He's been to hundreds of jazz concerts. Lucy has never heard of Miles Davis. And Alan, of course, has never heard of Fatboy Slim. Okay, who has heard of Fatboy Slim here? Who's heard of Fatboy Slim? Anybody heard of Fatboy Slim? Sohaib, have you heard of Fatboy Slim?
I see his page in YouTube. Just I don't hear.
Ah, okay, okay. What about Miles Davis? Have you heard of Miles Davis? Anybody heard of Miles Davis?
No.
No. He's very
He's
old.
not famous.
He's very famous. He was very famous in the 50s and 60s. So in the 1950s, 1960s, very famous. Okay. But he died a long time ago. But he was very important in jazz. He's a very important jazz musician, Miles Davis. Okay, now let's move on to the grammar part here, number 4. So here I want you to choose the correct verb form. So here it says, look at the beginning of the conversation, choose the correct verb form. So here you have two options in each question. Okay, so you can choose between did and have, between go and been, and so on. Okay, so I want you to take a few minutes, choose the correct answer, and after you choose them, you can tell me, just tell me you're ready, okay? When you finish choosing, just say,
Okay.
Ready, and I can check your answers with you. Okay. Just a sec.
I'm ready.
Okay, good.
I am ready.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Great.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's listen. Before we listen, let's check first. So let's do it as a chat. So Selma, you can be Alan, and let's find someone who can be Lucy. Who would like to be Lucy? Let's choose Suhaib. Would you like to be Lucy? Noha?
Yeah.
Okay, so Noha. Okay, so Noha and Selma. Manal? Hello? Hello? Can you hear us? تسمعي فينا منال؟ Hello? النت ضعيف عندك والصوت يقطع. Okay, sorry, just give me a second. Okay, no problem. Okay, so Selma and Noha, you can start.
Okay. Have you ever been to music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have been to a lot. Actually, the last one I have, I want to was in Denmark.
Oh, right. Who did you see there?
I've seen REM and Black Eyed Peas. They were brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay, now before we listen and check the answers, do you think we need to change any of these answers? Rashid or Suhaib, do you think there are any answers you want to change?
I think no.
You think all of them are correct?
Yes.
Are you sure? Are you
I
sure?
think number 5, it's wrong.
Why? Why do you think it's wrong?
I think it's been.
I think number 4. I went. I have.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to put a circle around the ones which you think maybe are not correct. So, Suhaib thinks number 4 maybe not correct, right? And
No, it's there's a point. I don't see.
There's a what?
The sentence finish in the.
Correct.
I don't see the point.
I didn't see the full stop, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a full stop after have. Yes. So the sentence, it's over here. Okay, Rashid, any answers you would like to change? Maybe Samiha also. Do you think we need to change anything? Or do you think all of them are correct? Rashid, you said number 5. You wanted to change number 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me put a box around number 5. But why? Why do you want to change it? Why do you think we should use have here, in your opinion? What's the reason? Let's use the blue color.
It's true.
So I think it's correct.
Because there is a place.
Because there's a place. But you can use,
Yes.
I mean, you can use the present perfect with a place, right? You can say, for example, I've been to Egypt a lot, right? What do you think,
No,
Samiha?
it's last one.
Last one. Good point. Because we have last one, right? So if we have the last one, can we use present
Time.
perfect?
No,
Alexander.
present simple. Past simple.
Okay, I think it's better to listen. Let's check. Let's see if we need to change anything. Let me play the beginning again and let's find out.
Track 43.
Have you ever been to a music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have. I've been to lots, actually. The last one I went to was in Denmark.
Oh, right. Who did you see there?
I saw REM and the Black Eyed Peas. They were brilliant. Have you?
So, do we need to change anything?
Number 7.
Number
So?
7? But why? Why do we have to use saw, not I've seen? What do you think now? Why did we use saw here, not seen?
Because the question, did you see? Not use.
Correct. Who did you see? So the question is in the past simple, right?
Yes.
So who did you see? And I saw. Okay, very nice. That's right. So let's read this one more time. Okay, so Suhaib and Rashid, can you read this conversation, please? Suhaib, you can be Alan, and Rashid, you can be Lucy. Okay, so let's practice this one more time. So you can start, Suhaib.
Have you ever been to a music festival, Lucy?
Yes, I have. I've been to lots, actually. The last one I went to was in Denmark.
All right. Who did you see there?
Who did you see there, Rashid? Number 7 now.
I saw RFM.
REM.
REM and the Black Eyed Peas.
peas. The black-eyed peas.
They black-eyed bee. They were
brilliant. What does it mean, brilliant? When we say brilliant,
clever.
correct.
The same word.
Yes, sometimes. If you use it for a student, it means clever, صح صحيح. But if you use it for a band, does it mean clever?
No, مبهر أو something like this.
Like very good. It
Yes.
means very good. But Suhaib is right. Brilliant if you use it for students or if it's related to education and learning. Brilliant usually means someone who's clever or smart. But if you use it generally, it means very good, amazing, fantastic. This is the meaning. Okay, very nice. Now I want you to go to the rule here. We have a little bit of present perfect grammar here. Now it says present perfect for life experiences too. Remember that we talked in our last lesson, we talked about present perfect. We also talked about it for experiences. Do you remember? When we said, when we talked about Danny Lopez, and we used this example. He's done a lot of work for charity, for example. Or for example, when we talked about Marilyn Monroe, and when we said she's been on TV all over the world, and she's made adverts for companies as Citroën and Pepsi. So this is also experience. So we're talking about the same thing, okay? We're still talking about the same thing. This is present perfect for experience. But the extra part today is we have questions with yes, no, questions with ever. So this is the extra part for today, okay? So now here, I want you to look again at number 4A, and I want you to complete the rules. So let me move the page a little bit here. So it says here, complete the rules with present perfect or past simple. So, so the first rule, what does it say? The first rule, it says we use the, so you have to choose present perfect or past simple, one of them. So which one do we use to talk about people's experiences? We don't ask when
Present perfect.
Okay. And the next rule, what does it say? It says we use something to ask for more information about these experiences. Which one?
Past simple. Past simple.
Past simple.
That's it. That's the idea. So if you want to talk about experiences generally, present perfect. If you want details, if you want more information, we have to use the past simple. Okay. Now, here I want you to complete this table, and we want to use these words: have, has, been, and seen, and ever. These are the words we want to use. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. I'll be back in a minute, but I want you to complete the table and then I'll check it with you, okay? So just a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's complete the table. So the first question is, have you been to a music festival? What should we write here?
Ever.
Ever. Okay. So have you ever been to a music festival? Oops, Arabic. Okay. What about the second question? He ever
Has he ever seen the black-eyed peas?
correct. Has he ever? Is it seen? Okay. And what about the next question?
Has she ever heard of Miles Davis?
Right. Has she ever heard of Miles Davis? And the last question?
Have they?
Right. Have
they ever been?
Clubbing together. Correct. Have they ever been clubbing together? Right. So what kind of questions are these? What do you think? What kinds of questions are these? Are they very good?
Yes or
Present
no?
perfect.
Yes or no?
That's it. These are yes, no questions with the present perfect, right? And how do you answer this question? If someone asks you, have you ever been to a music festival? How do you answer it?
Yes, I have. No, I have.
That's it. That's it. But for example, if I ask you about Rashid, if I ask you, Suhaib, and I say, has Rashid ever been to the Black Eyed Peas concert? How do you answer this question, Suhaib?
No, I haven't.
No, I'm not asking about you. I'm asking about Rashid.
Yes.
How do you answer about Rashid? What do you say?
No, he hasn't.
Or?
Yes, he has.
That's it. That's it. Okay, so this is the general idea. So now we want to just write answers for these questions here. We don't have I think the answers are in the next part. Ooh, we have a very nice exercise here. Okay, let's finish this first. So let me show you this tip. This is a very good tip. Can you see here what it says about ever? What does ever mean, Salma? Can you read this tip for us, please, Salma? Can you tell us what it means?
Okay. Ever plus the present perfect. Anytime in your life until now, we often use ever in questions.
So can we use ever with the past simple? What do you think, Sam? Can we use it with the past simple, or do you think we should use it only for the present perfect?
No, in the present perfect, yes.
No, present perfect just.
That's it. But why? Why can we only use it in the present perfect?
Because we don't say
Very
the
good.
time.
هذا السبب الأول. We don't say the time, صح? There's another reason. What's the other reason? Who can guess this question? It's a little tricky. It's a trick question.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, let me repeat the question.
Lost.
All right. So the question is, why do we use ever with the present perfect? Why? Selma answered, she had a good answer. She said, first of all, because we don't say when. We don't say when exactly, and that's true, because we don't say when exactly with the present perfect. But there's another reason why we use ever with the present perfect.
Maybe because present.
Maybe because?
Present.
But the present perfect, does it talk about the present or does it talk about the past?
Yeah.
Maybe we ask for experience.
Correct. And experience is always related to your life, right? نعرفش لو لاحظتوا هنا. Do you see this? This is the meaning. Can you see this? Can you read it again, please, Sanra? What does this say? It says anytime in your life until now, right, Sohaib?
Yes.
So the idea with ever, it means in your whole life, في عمرك كله, anytime in your life. So for example, if I ask you, if I say, have you ever tried or have you ever eaten sushi? I mean in all of your life, your whole life, في حياتك كلها, في عمرك كله. Do you get the idea? So the question, have you ever, do we use it in Libya? Do we have a similar question? Have you ever? Do we have the same thing in Libya?
Yes.
What is it in بالليبي؟ كيف نقولوا في هذا السؤال؟
عمركم مشيت كيف؟
صح بالضبط، هي هذه بالضبط.
Yeah.
Have you ever زي بالليبي، هل عمرك ذقت سوشي؟ عمرك مشيت لإيطاليا؟ عمرك سقت فيراري؟ عمرك تعلمت مش عارف شنو؟ and so on. Do you get the idea? So have you ever, it means عمرك، في عمرك، في حياتك, ever. So in English, if you want to ask a question like this, we can only do it with the present perfect. You can't do it with the past simple مثلا. لأن the past simple بتاع أحداث متفارقة، يعني أحداث حدث واحد أو مجموعة أحداث صارت وانتهت خلاص. It has no relationship to now. But in the present معناها في احتمال أنه يتغير الشيء هذا. So if you say, have you ever tried sushi? الفكرة كلها هل عمرك معناها لحد اللحظة هذه. لو أنت قلت مثلا no, I've never tried sushi. Maybe غدوة, maybe tomorrow you'll try sushi. صح؟ تنتهي القصة يعني خلاص. So this is the idea. Okay, now we have a nice exercise. We want to use all of the information we've learned. And okay, we're gonna leave number 6 now because it's a little bit, we don't want to do it now. We can do it next time. But number 7 is very good. So number 7, it says here, fill in the gaps with the present perfect or past simple. So this means you have to decide. You have to decide which one to use. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Yes.
And in each bracket اللي هو في الأقواس هو بيعطيك يعطي فينا في الانفينيتيف فقط. احنا بنضطر نغيره على حسب الاحتياج. All right? So let me show you the 3 conversations we have. So these are the 3 conversations. We have conversation number 1 with, here we have Alan and Lucy in the first conversation, and then Alan and Lucy in the conversation number 2, and then Alan and Lucy in conversation number 3. So I want you to take some time first. خذوا شوية وقت. And when you're ready, when you finish number 1, 2, and 3, we can check them together, okay? So you can start. Remember, you have only 2 options. خيارين فقط عنا. Present perfect or past simple. That's it. Okay? So you can start. Can you still see the book?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Is anyone ready or not yet?
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, so let's divide the conversations, okay? So the first one, Alan and Lucy, maybe Okay, Rashid and Noha, you can start with Alan and Lucy, the first conversation.
Okay.
Start from the beginning, okay? Alan, Rashid, you can be Alan.
Have you ever met any famous?
Have you ever
Anyone
met?
famous?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I have. When I was in Mexico on holiday,
Really, who did you meet?
Is it met
Robin
or
Williams.
meet, Rashid? Who did you?
Met.
M-E-T or M-E-E-T?
M-A-T.
Okay. Lucy?
Robbie Williams. I was so excited, and my friend took a photo of us.
Okay. Okay, second conversation. Suhaib and Selma, you can do the second one.
Okay.
Lucy, you can start. Selma, you're Lucy.
Okay. Has your father ever been to work concert?
Okay.
Yes, he have.
Again, yes, he.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
He went to a lot of gigs when he was young.
Lucy.
Who did see?
Again, please, Lucy.
Who did he see?
He saw Bon Jovi 2 or 3 times before they became famous.
All right, so now, okay, Selma and Rashid, you can do the last conversation.
Okay.
Alan and Lucy.
Have you ever learned to play any
To play?
an
How do we say this word, Rashid?
instrument?
Correct. Instrument. Instrument. Yes.
No, I haven't. What about you?
I tried to learn the piano at school.
Were you any good?
No, I haven't no idea what I was doing.
Okay, now before we listen and check the answers, okay, now I want all of you to check all of the answers. Do you think we need to change anything? Do we have any
The last one, the question in the past simple and the answer in the present perfect.
Which number, Sohaib?
17 and 18. The last one.
So 17, what do you want to change it?
The question in past simple and the answer in the present perfect.
So which one do you want to change? Do you want to change 17 or 18?
18.
What do you want it to be? What do you think is the right answer?
Weren't.
Weren't. Okay. Any other?
No, had no.
Had. Salma, you think it's had?
Yes.
Okay, let's write Salma's answer. Had. Okay. So this way, when we listen, we will know who's right. Okay, Najat thinks it's have. And I think it's a good idea to have everybody's answers. Okay. Any other thing? Any other points we want to maybe change? Check all of them. 1, 2, 3.
I think 17 is in the present perfect.
You think 17 is in the present perfect?
I think yes.
Okay. What's the answer? What do you think, Sohaib? How should it be?
I think half.
Have? You think it's have? Okay. I'm going to write your answer.
Number 4.
What about number 4?
Meet. No, meet. M-E-E-T.
You mean the infinitive? We want the infinitive? Okay. So let's write meet. Anything else? Or do you want to listen and check?
Yes.
Yeah, let's listen. Let's listen and check. Track 44. Track 44, city 1. Let's go. Where is it? Where did you go? Here it is. Track 44. Let's listen.
Track 44.
Been to a music festival?
Sorry, 45.
1.
Have you ever met anyone famous?
Yes, I have. When I was in Mexico on holiday.
Really? Who did you meet?
Robbie Williams. I was so excited. And my friend took a photo of us.
2.
Has your father ever been to a rock concert?
Yes, he has. He went to a lot of gigs when he was younger.
Who did he see?
He saw Bon Jovi 2 or 3 times before they became famous.
3.
Have you ever learned to play an instrument?
No, I haven't. What about you?
I tried to learn the piano at school.
Were you any good?
No, I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay. So this means Salma was right about meet, not met, because we need the infinitive. And also it had, right? You said had.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So this is a past simple. I had no idea. All right? So this is an example of a conversation. And you can see that there's a close relationship. لاحظتوا العلاقة بين أكيد بين ال present perfect وال past simple من الدرس اللي فات. يعني قدر الإمكان المرة هذه مقارنة مثلا بالelementary قبل. في elementary يعني مجرد أعطوكم فكرة على present perfect فقط على السريع. لكن هنا محاولين قدر الإمكان يوروا العلاقة between the past simple and the present continuous لأنهم يستعملوا فيهم مع بعض لكن بطرق مختلفة. Okay, so in our next lesson, next time on Tuesday, we'll check this again. Maybe we'll practice a little more. And we will also do a little bit of listening. So I want you to listen to how the present perfect is done. And we'll do some reading in this lesson, okay? So I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you for your time and have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good night. You're
Good
welcome.
night.
You're
Thank you. Good night.
welcome. Good night.